breaking news that we are putting out today evening is clearly SEBI will give a conditional approval to Vikram Limaye to take over as MD and CEO of India's largest stock exchange, NSE. But however, that would happen only after his relief from his duties as the chief of administrators team that he is a member. So clearly, SEBI had withheld this particular appointment for close to more than 4 months now because they were not comfortable or they had no clarity on how much time would Vikram Limaye have to continue as a member of a chief of administrator. The Supreme Court appointed a committee to look into affairs of BCCI. But having said that, clearly now SEBI will give a conditional approval to Vikram Limaye, but clearly he will have to step down and get relief from all his duties as chief of administrators appointed by Supreme Court at BCCI, and only then he can take the charge. Now what we also understand is, we all know Supreme Court is in the middle of the summer break. So once Supreme Court reconvenes in the month of July, Vikram Limaye in all probability will approach Supreme Court with his decision to step down, and once he gets the clearance from Supreme Court and he gets relief from his duties of COA, then he will take charge as MD and CEO. So perhaps a month, more month or 1.5 months is the timeline before we could see finally we could have an full-time MD and CEO at NSE. We all know last 6 months India's largest stock exchange is without a full-time MD and CEO after former MD and CEO Chitra Ramakrishna resigned. So clearly this is the big news that finally a conditional nod has been given, but Vikram Limaye will have to step down and set aside all his commitments from the COA.
I have another question for you, Vijay. Help us understand, in the light of the recent exit that we saw of Mr. Ravi Narayan, how will things really change once we see Vikram Limaye at the helm of affairs at NSE?
That's a very interesting question that you have put. We all know that it's a revamped board at market regulator SEBI under the previous chairmanship of UK Sinha, and now with Ravi Narayan also resigning, clearly it's going to be a new team, and with Vikram Limaye taking charge as MD and CEO, of course he will have to address all the legacy issues, but indeed he will have to also have the advantage of starting from a clean slate. So in that regard, it would be perhaps a new beginning for the exchange as a whole, if I could say, India's largest equity stock exchange. And that's where the board also goes. Clearly it's a revamped board, but clearly once Vikram Limaye comes in, clearly first he'll have to address all the legacy issues surrounding the algo controversy, which is going on for close to 2 years, and of course the whole IPO, which is also being put on a back burner for various reasons. But indeed, yes, once he's on board, finally we can expect things to move for NSE.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.